My name is Walker James. I'm 14 years old. Today is the 19th of June, and I'm speaking with Scott Sterling, who is my grandpa. We're recording in his house. Can you tell me about one of the people who has been kindest to you in your life?
Kindest?
Kindest to you.
Oh, there were a lot. Mr. Landreth was the guy that worked with Dad, and he gave me a suit for my graduation. And that was a big deal. And right up to now, Frank, my buddy in Richmond Hill, but there were a lot of people in between.
What are some of the most important lessons you've learned in life? How did you learn them?
Well, I learned almost everything from experience. That kind of counted in my life anyway. I learned them on the farm by doing. You know, something doesn't work and you try something else and you just keep doing it till. But Dad showed the way on a lot of stuff. Mom taught me the birding and Dad taught me the farming. And when you learn farming, you learn to do things with your hand. And that's basically what I did all my life.
Can you tell me about your childhood? Do you remember any of the stories they used to tell you?
Not really. I was in the middle of the family, and Dad worked all the time. I didn't know Dad much until I got old enough to work. And Mom was always busy, so I learned most of the things from my brothers and sisters. And half the time they were wrong, so half of what I learned in life was wrong and I had to relearn it.
How did you and Grandma meet?
I was in the Air Force with a buddy of mine. He and I had gone to high school together, and we were both stationed at Hunter, and he was dating a nurse, and Joan knew the nurse, and I saw him at Tom's Drive-In, and I jumped in the car, and that's how we met.
What was my mom like growing up? What are some of your favorite stories about her?
Well, she was the most considerate kid I ever knew in my life. She got up in the morning, and when she was, I think, 3, she could go to the newspaper and find out what was coming on TV and go turn on the TV to that channel and watch TV till we got up. And I always got up early anyway, but very thoughtful, very kind, still is.
Who are your favorite relatives? Can you describe what they look like? Do you remember any of the stories they used to tell you?
Aunt Mary was probably my favorite aunt, although Aunt Dorothy was very special too. Aunt Mary told me one time that she married a guy named Rex Hunter, and Rex had asked her for a date, and she went out in his car, and he said, "Wait a minute, I have to run, do an errand, something." He said, "I'll be right back to the car." She opened the glove compartment and found a book on birding, and right then she decided that was who she was going to marry. because she was a birder. Aunt Dorothy was always there when I hurt myself. I have a piece of steel in my arm. She bandaged that. I have scars on my leg. She bandaged that. Pete was run over by a horse and had a concussion, and she was there for that. She always seemed to be around when our family was a complete disaster.
What is one of the greatest accomplishments in life?
Raising a family.
And it looks like that's it.
All right, that was easy.